This week I made $1,370 on options. Stay around, I'm going to walk you through every trade and then show you my full weekly performance breakdown in my analyzer tool. But first, let's see what happened in the market the last 5 days. This week on US markets, Wall Street notched another winning week. The S&P, the Dow, and the Nasdaq all closing at record highs. The rally was powered by two things: AI earnings that blew past expectations. Dell surged 33% on server demand, and growing hopes for an Iran ceasefire. Oil dropped 20% from its 2026 peak on diplomacy momentum, with Brent finishing the week around $91. Gold held steady above 45.80 as a hedge, and the VX slipped to 15, the calmest read in months. On the Fed front, rate hike fears are fading, and the White House says it's not pressuring the central bank to cut. Bottom line, stocks are riding high on war and optimism and AI strength, but if those ceasefire talks stall, this rally gets tested fast. Now, diving in my performance for the last week. As you can see, my portfolio gained almost 1.8% last week due to stock gains and realized options gains, outperforming the SPX, which had almost 1.4% gain as well. I am happy with the weekly performance because even though Google, my biggest holding, underperformed this week with 1.7% in the red, I still outperformed the market. My year-to-date performance is looking strong so far with 33.4% gain. So I'm pretty happy about that. Looking now in my positions, you can see that I am slowly increasing the number of shares in Rocket Lab and Cameco companies by using the premium I get from selling puts on them. I am currently at 35 shares of Rocket Lab and 10 shares of Cameco. You also see that I have started a small position on ticker symbol DRTS, which is a biotech company. It is a long shot bet, but I will put maybe around $100 per month on that stock. Let's see how that goes. Now let me pull up my analyzer so you can see how the week looked overall. This tool lets me import and analyze my options trading activity from interactive brokers and easily calculate the profit so I can better track how my options trading is doing separately from the stock performance. As you can see, for the last week, we realized a profit of $1,370 before commissions. That is a gain of about 2% on my portfolio coming from the options trading. I had 3 trades in total and 3 wins, 0 losses. I paid $53 in commissions. Moving on, checking in the portfolio summary section, we can see the starting capital and of course the 3 green trades. Now, getting into more details about my trades, here in the performance by ticker section, we can see more information about each trade. Starting with Cameco, ticker CCJ, we closed a cash-secured put for a profit of $293 and also sold a new put at strike price $103, which expires on the 26th of June. If this trade goes well, we will profit about $260 by the end of the month on this one. Second, we have Rocket Lab, which has been a bit crazy. I think the reason why is the upcoming IPO of SpaceX, which could affect all other space companies. Anyways, I closed a cash secured put on it for a profit about $500 and also sold a new put for way bigger than usual premium of $1,063. This also expires on the 26th of June. I hope this one also expires worthless. Third, we have the weekly Iron Condor on SPX, which printed nicely for a net profit of $527. Pretty satisfied with this week. Let's see what the next one brings. Speaking of which, going into the next week, it's going to be interesting to see how the SpaceX IPO will go. Anyways, if you're wondering what approach I'm using on my portfolio, you can check my week 1 video where I explain the strategies I'm using in more details. You can find that and the link to the analyzer tool in the description below. If you find this interesting, hit subscribe and I will see you next week. Until then,